Donc on est parti vers Hill Valley. On va aller dans une date antérieure. En 1931. Vache. Ah oui d'accord. La voiture du futur. Ouais, bon, elle ressemble pas vraiment à ça. Hein. Pas du tout, même. Bah, vous me direz à notre époque, ils prévoyaient des voitures volantes, on les a toujours pas, donc... À ce niveau-là... difficile de prévoir ce qui peut bien arriver. Hein. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on va bien pouvoir faire dans ce 1931 ?
Einstein, where do you go now, boy?
Ah vache! Paisible, hein. Petite ville pépère. Il a failli se faire écraser ce pont.
Young man, excuse me, young man.
Oh c'est
Who? Me?
c'est
You're the only
l'autre.
man in the street, and I'm looking for a
C'est la
man
mère
in the street
Strickland.
reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his nickname. I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
There's gotta be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
You can mark me down as a supporter.
The young man said, flashing a boyish yet virile grin. Hill Valley
Oh,
needs more
Maurice.
upstanding youths like yourself. Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery?
Alors poursuite.
Tell him, go ahead, make my day.
Make your day what?
Right.
Never mind. I'll play around with it and see if I can come up with something better. Mr... May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
Michael Corleone, oh non. Sonic Rocket, Harry Callahan. Ah, Corleone.
Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
Edna Strickland, voilà.
I know. I met you back. I mean, I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet. I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no. Down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc. I gotta find Doc.
Ouais. Trouver Doc, oui, bah ça j'ai bien compris, mec. On va aller voir le barbier, non?
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
D'accord. C'est quoi là? Entrée de la papeterie. Ouais, les ruines du bar.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How'd Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Ça m'étonne qu'il y a que ça qui a brûlé en fait, que le reste n'est pas brûlé avec. Mais genre on peut pas aller ailleurs? Hello.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out!
D'accord. Ok, merci. Du coup... Entrée du refuge.
Majestic Arms. Transients welcome.
On va aller voir ce qu'il y a
I'm
là-dedans.
not so sure I want to stay in a place that welcomes transients.
D'accord, ok, merci. Le requin. Là c'est l'hôtel de ville. C'est pas facile à diriger. Hein. On va passer par là. Si on peut. Yeah. Trouver Doc. Et Einstein. Wesh mon chien. Wesh ma gueule. Comment ça va?
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Mais ouais, ça baigne mec. Ça baigne dans l'huile. C'était pourri. C'était pourri. On va aller là. On va aller au centre, on va aller au commissariat. Hein. Attendez, là je suis perdu. C'est par là. Hop, on traverse. Pancarte de la soupe populaire, non, pas vraiment. Je galère un peu niveau maniabilité. Allez, on va entrer dans le centre. Enfin, dans le poste de police.
Who are you and what do you want?
C'est
Can I talk
1980.
to, Carl
C'est
Sagan?
même pas
Are you
1931.
his
en fait.
lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
On peut regarder par la fenêtre.
Doc!
Marty,
Doc!
Le v'là.
what are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you
ouais,
might
ça
want
va
to
se
hold
passer
off
comme
on
ça,
that,
hein.
Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan.
A plan, right. But what?
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop you from getting caught in the first place?
Don't even think about it. Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
Bah faut le faire sortir.
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great. I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Won't talking to yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
Okay, let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
D'accord, c'est le mec qui a testé ça.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
T'es bien confiant, bonhomme, hein? Moi, je le saurais pas autant que ça, mais... Mais t'es confiant, c'est bien, faut être confiant. Bon. La soupe. On va à la soupe. Oh la vache. Ah, ça donne pas envie d'y aller, hein. Oh là 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 là.
McFly!
Biff? Kid! Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well?
Well, what?
What are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 plus 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
Oh, ce monde de mafieux, il est sympa. Hey, McFly!
Okay. Hey, never mind.
D'accord, merci mec. Qu'est-ce qu'on peut faire? Ah, il y a un téléphone. On va s'en servir. Normalement, on va appeler le jeune Emmett.
Brown results?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Mr. Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who, may I say, is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Est-ce qu'on peut rentrer là? D'accord.
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
C'est qui lui? Qui est ce
I
bonhomme?
better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
D'accord. Bon, bah, on va aller au palais de justice. Hein. Allez, on est parti. On va aller chercher Doc. Pum 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 pum. Pum 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 pum. Oh là là là. Ah, salut Einstein. Couché, voilà, c'est bien, bon toutou. Un bon chien ça. Entrée du palais de justice. On va aller chercher le jeune maître Brown.
Don't touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact.
Ouais, d'accord.
Naturally, H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out less than expectation value of...
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science. Equal to H.
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong.
C'est pas beau ça. Doc, c'est pas vous ça.
Of course, that's new.
Mais mec.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character!
Non mais je vais y aller moi.
Hello?
No solicitors!
D'accord, je me suis trompé de porte.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
So, Emmett, what time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night? But today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
Oh la vache.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh
Oh, le
bone?
boulet.
Amazing.
Oh, le
How about you
boulet.
knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Ouais, bon.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark
Menteur.
secret to hide.
Come
Menteur.
on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
Ah merde. Holy shit.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
D'accord.
In that case, 8.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most
on dirait la
learned,
merde,
just,
quoi.
incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide. And I don't have a dark secret to hide.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Y a pas une preuve
And the
quelconque?
gravitational constant is variable. Wait, is that even possible?
Quelque chose en commun. Einstein.
Now, if H stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H2A multiplied by the inversion of H has to come out.
Carnet de doc.
Less
Ah,
than
peut-être
expectation
ça.
value of A, right? No, no. What am I missing
Doc's
here?
notebook doesn't belong to him. Okay, actually, it does belong to him,
Ah,
but not
merde.
yet. In any event, it's probably a really bad idea to give him a book full of all the things he hasn't invented yet.
Certes.
Brown Estate, Klondike.
Voilà. Il s'est barré où lui?
Now, if H stands for the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then
Will you just give me a chance?
Vas-y, mec.
harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Ah, purée.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Quelque chose en commun.
Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation value, but only if the coefficient of friction...
I really don't think they need to know the Brown family phone number.
Vas-y mec.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
D'accord, super. Non, c'est pas ça que je voulais faire. C'est pas ça que je voulais faire.
Brown Estate.
Non, je vais pas faire ça.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Oui, ça baigne, on sait bien que ça baigne. D'accord. Arriver à convaincre, ouais, c'est plus simple à dire qu'à faire, quoi. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut avoir un indice? Oui. Que marmonne Emmett quand tu crois qu'il ne t'écoute pas? Ah. J'en sais rien, moi.
Not possible. Whoa. Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? But in that case, H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A might well be equal to A's expectation.
Will you
J'en
just
sais
give
rien,
me a
moi.
chance?
Oui, il me pose des questions,
Harassment's a
lui.
federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Je sais pas, moi. Alors là, par contre, je sais pas du tout. Les problèmes scientifiques d'Emmett sont du chinois pour Marty, par contre, quelqu'un d'autre pourrait... Essaye d'enregistrer... Ah ouais, d'accord, attends. J'ai compris.
Now if H stands for
Capiche.
the one-dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally H to A multiplied by the inversion of H has to
Mais
come
vas-y,
out
mec.
less than expectation value of A, right? No, no. What am I missing here? Oh, well, no.
Vas-y, chope-le.
No, no, no.
McFly, chope-le. D'accord, bon, super. Putain, vraiment pète couille. Faut attendre qu'il ressorte.
Now, if H stands for one dimension.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Ouais, bon.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it.
Comment on l'utilise?
Or do we take H to stand for the Hermitian line operator? Part in that case.
Ah, bah voilà.
Think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Grillé.
Impossible? Oh,
Faut y avoir Doc maintenant.
Force equals mass times acceleration, of course.
On va aller
That's
voir
Newton.
Doc.
But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant mass if acceleration is reduced by the inverse of the derivative of
Ah,
the
ça,
speed relative to the speed of
Ces changements de vue, c'est pas pratique. Doc. Doc. Besoin de vous?
Psst, Doc!
Marty, have you found my younger self yet?
Hop là.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
C'est sûr,
Yeah,
c'est moins qu'on puisse
but
dire.
what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
D'accord.
So,
It'll be fine.
what was H again?
The Hamiltonian operator.
Got it.
Oh la vache, y a plein de choses à dire, mec.
I know this really isn't the right time or place, but I found your notebook.
Ah, so that's where I left it. Why'd you bring it here?
Because the bank's selling off all your stuff.
They can't do that.
That's what I keep trying to tell him.
Well, you hold on to it for safekeeping. We'll deal with my financial situation in 1986 after we save me from a grisly death in 1931.
D'accord. Edna
What do you know about Edna Strickland?
Edna, we never really socialized when I was younger. She was a few years older than me, and we traveled in different socio-economic circles. Why do you ask?
She thinks you're a hero for burning down that speakeasy. She's doing a story on you.
A story? Oh, yes, now I remember. Ask Edna, the etiquette column that doubled as a pro-temperance soapbox. She believed that the consumption of alcohol would inevitably lead to a complete societal breakdown.
Sounds like a fun gal.
You should have seen her when the hippies started showing up in the 60s. She just about lost her mind.
That
m'étonnes.
would explain a lot.
Tu m'étonnes.
Hang in there, Doc.
Bon, allez, on va aller chercher
Not the
l'autre.
best choice of words, Marty.
On va aller dire la solution à l'autre gland, là. Ta, 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 ta. Ah, il est tout au fond, enfoiré. Il pouvait pas être là. Ah. Salut Einstein.
What am I missing here?
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
Ah, il a
I
disparu.
said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah.
Great
quoi
Scott!
ce bug?
If H is a Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Well, it's
Il aime
like
beaucoup
this.
Jules
You
Verne.
know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a
Easy.
scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Moche.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered this subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. If it'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
I've got to subpoena my grandpa?
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's
Ah,
go talk to
mafieux,
him.
mec.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Alors, qu'est-ce qu'on pourrait savoir?
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
Ah ouais.
What do you know about Arthur McFly?
C'est chaud. Hein?
Certified accountant. Graduated Hill Valley 5 classes ahead of me. Seems like a nice fellow, actually.
How did he get mixed up with a guy like Kid Tannen?
Who knows? Sometimes people find themselves stuck in situations they can't get out of.
C'est sûr.
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right.
Ouais, c'est sûr.
You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
Ah ouais.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
Va de mourir.
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on fuel that, you know, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You, of all people, should know that.
Certes.
But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know, gas maybe?
Gasoline? Yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured.
Bref.
We'll get that subpoena delivered, or my name isn't...
Michael Corleone.
Yeah.
J'allais dire Marty McFly. Mon Dieu.